It's a bright Saturday morning right here at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval, and it's the grand finale weekend of the Club Cricket Committee Lagos Cricket League. And today's games you are watching is between Government College IBADAN, Old Boys Cricket Club and Foundation Cricket Club. Those are the two sides that will be slugging it out this morning. And as you can see on the screen, the umpires are already on the field. The umpires for today is Ramon Adelakun and Olumide Akitoko. And earlier on in the day, we had the toss in which Foundation Cricket Club won the toss and elected to bat first. Quickly, let's run you through the playing 11 of both sides. Starting with Foundation Cricket Club, you have the captain, David Ankra, Saturday Elijah, Muhammad Ridwanulai, Opera Samuel, Ismail Abdullahi, God's Will Efyong, Dada Toluwalashe, Okwara Nelson, Edward James, Chukuka Kings, and Owojaye Godwin. That's the playing 11 of Foundation Cricket Club. And quickly let's see that of Government College Ibadan. Old Boys, you have Paul Palm, Odwayo Alex, Adewoye Vincent, Isaac Okwe, the captain. You have Adebayo Samson, Okwe Sylvester, Richard Ubo, Becky Mubarak, Jimo Abdurrahman, Koforowola Lukman, Elochuku David, and Hussein Denjane. Those are the playing 11 for the two. While that of Foundation Cricket Club will be looking to at least get a win to end the season for themselves. My name is Ayonese Abayomi. I'm going to be running you through commentary for this morning, just to ensure that you have a swell time. The match referee for today is Oludare Adetutu, and opening the bowling would be Richard Ubo and Opera Samuel, and Saturday Elijah Jimmy are the opening batters for Foundation Cricket Club. Okay, was just having a little bit of a discussion right here before the game gets started, and I was just being informed that I think Foundation Cricket Club has just 10 players for today's game instead of 11. So that's still something we still need to confirm about. But interesting to say that the league has really done extremely well to ensure that there was a lot of games being played. And if you can see on the screen, the past games that has been played, there you have them. Started with Rising Star against Atlanta Titans. That was the walkover. That was the last game that was meant to be played during the weekend. But aside that, you can see that we've had more than enough games to go around with. And it's interesting to say that teams have done extremely well to ensure that they get everything done. It started with Ibejuleki Cricket Club versus Foundation Cricket Club, which Ibejuleki won by 6 runs. And now you can see that it's just been a roller coaster from the beginning to the end. It's the Super 6 edition of the Club Cricket Committee. And I think at this point, we will be ready to go as the umpires are back on the field to see that we get this game going. Just like I said, it's going to be Richard Ubo bowling from the Court of Appeal end. His usual traditional way to open the bowling for Government College Ibadan. There you have Sylvester Okwe walking down towards the slip cordon. Opara Samuel is taking his guard. And on the other end, you have Jimmy Elijah. Kafara Lukman puts in a jersey number 3 is the wicketkeeper for today for Government College Ibadan. First ball by Richard Ubo. Down the leg side. Government College. Oh, very well bowled. Pushed towards backward of square. FCC will be hoping that these two batters stay there for at least 20 overs and see if they can put up a fight. They know how important this game is for Government College Ibadan, but also FCC has to try. Oh, very well played. That looks like it's just a single. Come on, David. It's too early for that, man. You did well with first 2 balls and you missed the 3rd ball. What happened? So they get off the mark with that single. Oh, very well bowled there by Richard Ubo. Keeping it on the fourth stop line, just like he did in the previous ball to Okpara Samuel. Two balls left in the over. Very well bowled this time. Just a forward defensive. The two batters needs to take their time to ensure that they get the game going for Foundation Cricket Club. 120 or 130 would make sense in this game. But knowing truly well how the GCI team is with the batting lineup, no run considered. Vincent Adewoye puts in a jersey number 69 with that pick up our covers to end the first over, as it's 1 for the loss of no wicket after the first over. Jersey number 18, Elochuku David, will be bowling from the pavilion end. And he has Okpara Samuel to contend with. The left-arm orthodox spin bowler for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Pushed towards point for a single. Okpara Samuel taking his time with the balls, not trying to do anything completely different. Oh, very well bowled there by Elochuku David. Good push on the back foot. That should be the first boundary for today's innings. Lovely shot there by Jimmy Elijah, rocking back on the back foot, picking that line and just taking his time to just look at that again on the replay. It was just there for him on the offer, waited for that turn, and the rest is history. All they need to do is just go pick the ball at the fence. First boundary from this innings, played by Elijah Jimmy. Rock solid on the front foot. Who is carrying online? What's going on? Two boundaries already played in this over. You can see Jimmy Elijah is in so much form this morning. He has had the first ball, second ball hits to the boundary, and now another boundary again in the last ball of the over. Richard Ubo back into the attack again from the Court of Appeal end. Now straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye at covers, and the breakthrough has finally happened. Okpara Samuel has departed, just scoring one run. in this game. I beg your pardon, he would have scored 2 due to some technical issues. The scoreboard, the score ticker is still having issues. We're going to be rectifying that. But again, let's see that again on the replay. It was right there in the offer. Just look at that timing. Played it from the bottom of the bat straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye at covers. And Okpara Samuel has lost his wicket, as it's going to be 6 for 1 after 2.1 overs. Again, let's see that again on the replay. That wicket, that was the breakthrough Government College was looking for. Just look at that again. Straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye at covers. And it's not something he will be happy about. But the wicket is gone. And the new batter is in. God's will. Eddie Young, and just like I said, it's 12 runs on the board. Jimmy Elijah on 8 of 7 balls. And God's will is the new batter in. Straight off the mark towards the leg side. Would it come back for the second? No, he just wants a single with that. Oh, dropped catch. There was an opportunity to be taken, begging to be taken, but dropped by both the wicketkeeper and Slips. Just look at that again. Flying between the wicketkeeper and Sylvester Okwe at Slips. Not the way they would have hoped for. Again, on the replay, we can see this over and over again. Hit down. That was so powerfully struck. Both of them missed an opportunity to take that wicket. But they will just settle with that. And so lucky is Jimmy Elijah, who was the man lucky to be in the crease till now. Oh, lovely shot. Straight towards deep extra covers, where you have Jimo Abdurrahman there staying and keeping guard. Oh, very well bowled, a run out chance. Good running in between the wickets by the two batters. That's just what you call a game awareness. They knew the ball was right away from Sylvester Okwe, even though they knew he was going to take the shy on the wickets, but they still needed to take him on, and Jimmy Elijah would actually be happy now. He's back on strike with the last ball of the third over. Walks down, trying to see if he can get that, but that's a white ball. And that's a very good, trickish one there by Jimmy Elijah. Coming down the line, forcing Richard Ubo to go down the leg side. Good comeback there by Richard Ubo. And that's the end of the over. 3 overs gone, 21 for 1. Again, that wicket of Opera Samuel played straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye. And then earlier on, that drop catch in the previous over that we just witnessed, it was just begging to be taken. Just look at it. Flew past the two, and just look at how Jimmy Elijah poised. He knew it truly well that, look, I've hit that, struck that ball very hard. And there was no way both Lukman and Sylvester could take that catch. And it's jersey number 18, Elob Chuku, back into the attack from the pavilion and end. Good turn there by Elochuku. Shit, I should have. Okay. Rocked back. Just a single. Good comeback there by Elochuku, taking the turn away from the batter. See, always drop that back. Oh, dropped catch again. Sylvester Okwe dropping that catch. The ball stayed very low. He wasn't aware of that. He dropped that catch. Just look at that again on the replay. Dropped just right in front of him. He should have taken that catch. Now back, but Vincent Adewoye not ensuring that they take a single off that ball. Pushed with a soft hands towards Paul Palm at point. Run out chance. Is he gone? No, he's safe. Paul Palm was a bit sloppy there. Could have taken that chance. Again on the replay, he was what's the call. He picked it up. And he was just quite lucky to have returned right on time. And that's the end of the fourth over. It's 22 for 1. Rocked back with that race to the boundary. No, it's cut off by Elam Chuku. But I must say that the GCI batters aren't understanding how Jimmy Elijah is. I beg your pardon, the GCI bowlers aren't understanding how Jimmy Elijah is playing. He's playing with the back foot, rocking back, kneeling on the ball, and then hitting it towards the leg side. So what they need to do is bowl him much fuller to force him to play more on the front foot rather than making him go rock back on the back foot. What he's doing more is turning the shot of a good length or out volley balls, getting up to him. Why not just bowl it good length? Or probably look for more of the Yorker where you have a more chance of getting wickets. Can see what I just said. If you bowl it much fuller towards him, he would want to force himself to play it on the back foot. And then it gives you the opportunity to get its outside edge, or probably force him to play it towards mid-off or covers for a wicket. And now, 2 balls left in the 5th over. Good running in between the wicket by the 2 batters, taking the arms of Paul Palm, forcing him to try as much as possible to throw it quick. But now Jimmy Elijah is on strike. Has got 17 runs, faced only 15 balls. Oh my world. Rock back solid. That's a maximum. That's a beauty. I said it earlier on in the first 2 balls. You don't bowl it out volley or shot towards this man, knowing truly well that he plays from the back foot. And Jimmy Elijah has just been gifted by Richard Uber on the very last ball of the 5th over, allowing him to rock back again. Let's see that again on the replay. It was just right there in the offer. Shot of a good length, giving him room to pick that up. And the only thing the GCI fielders could do was to go pick up the ball at the pavilion, which was a maximum, as it's 5 overs gone, 32 for 1. The captain bringing himself into the attack in person of Isaac Okwe, who will be bowling from the pavilion end. Bowling the last over in the power play. He'll be looking to see how he can just find a way of getting this man out. Soft hands touched, played towards third man for a single. Straight up, and he's gone. That's what you needed to do. That's how you get this man out. Pull it fuller to him. Force him to play on the front foot, and that is what Isaac Okpe has done. Dismissing Jimmy Elijah on the front foot. He wasn't happy about that. Look at him saying it again, doing that shadow batting. He knows he was going to get out off the ball. I would have expected him to just easily drive it on the ground for a single, but rather he wanted to go big, knowing truly well that he's still within the power play, but he has lost his wicket. Again on the replay, you can see what I was saying. Standing on his leg stump, full towards him, you're going to force him to play it straight. And there was no way he was going to play it easy on the ground. And Jesse number 90, in the person of David Ankara, is the man coming in. Again on the replay, just look at that ball again. Straight, full into the hands of Becky, putting up Jesse number 5 at mid-off. As it's 33 for 2. It's the end of the power play, and there you have the batting scorecard. Upper Asame caught at Vincent Aduboye by having to score 3 off 6. Jimmy Elijah, what's the weakest we witnessed in the over in this over that is completed? Cuts by Becky Mubarak. Bowler was Isaac Okwe, 23 off 17 ball, and Guts Willef Young, 4 off 10. And the captain David Ankra is currently in with Ifyong, and has only faced 3 balls and scored no run. Now GCI has the opportunity to open the field, as it's the end of the power play. Captain Isaac Okwe decides to go with pace from the other end, having Jimo Abdurrahman into the attack. This time full no is the call. Good piece of fielding there by Vincent Adewoye, ensuring that Ankara only called no, rather than trying to take on the arms of Vincent Adewoye at covers. This time outside the off-stump line, David Ankra telling him you need to move it, telling him you need to move into the line of the ball. Just push for a single and then we'll just get the ball ticking rather than trying to go big. Even though there's no protection on the fence for Jimo Abdurrahman, that's at the offside. Rather, the only man close to is Vincent, who is at covers. This time he pushes it down towards third man. We'll just take one for that. A bit wider this time from Jim Abdurrahman towards David Ankra. Interesting to say that it was still David Ankra who was telling Will to move into the line of the ball, and he himself didn't get into the line of the ball. Soft sand again towards third man for a single. What FCC needs to do is just keep the ball ticking, that's all. They don't need to play anything difficult or make life difficult for themselves. Just keep rotating the strike. You have a lot of overs to go to. You have a lot of good balls that's going to be bowled to you. Just keep taking the singles, and before you know it, you'll be fine. Oh, Vincent trying to throw back to first Guts wheel back into the crease, and with that dot ball, we've come to the end of the 7th over, as it's now 35 for 2. Interesting to see the captain going back with the spin option and having Ilumchuku back again into the attack from the pavilion end. Now I'm wondering why he's bringing in spin for David Ankra. But David needs to be careful at this point, because if he wants to go big, he needs to understand that if he's going to go big, the wind is going to definitely hold the ball at this part of the pitch. So if the batting technical team of Foundation Cricket Club might be listening to this, we'll just probably tell him to just keep rotating the strike rather than play against the wind. Hello Chuku with the 8 over. Ball into David Ankra. Just simple soft touch towards long off. You'll just take a single. That's all you need. Keep the ball ticking. Anything above 150 will be much appreciated for Foundation Cricket Club. At least it gives them a fight in the second innings. Up in the air, over points. Will that race to the boundary? Yes, it does. Lovely square cut shots there by Gutswill. Waited for that turn. All he needed to do was play it over Paul Palm's head, who was a point. Just look at him. He had to just move forward, then rocked back the lead to. I knew that there was so much width there for him, and that will be his first boundary in this innings. This time playing on the front foot, ensuring that it doesn't get bowled. Up in the air, but still just take one. Looking for going to second. Sylvester Okwe, who was at long on, didn't allow that to happen. Soft hand again on the ground, but towards covers. Solid rocked back, hit that towards dip extra covers. That single will bring us to the end of the over, as it's 42 for 2. And quickly, the bowling scorecard you have there, Richard, who has faced 3 overs, scored 10 runs, taking 1 wicket. And Isaac Okwe, who has only bowled 1 over, taking 1 wicket, and considered just 1 run. And that was the most crucial wicket they needed, which was that of Jimmy Elijah. And Jima Abdurrahman will be back into the attack, putting a jersey number 9 from the Court of Appeal end. Rock solid there by the captain, David Ankra. Playing on the front foot, opening the face of the bats, just landed a bit towards Pakodo Point and Gully region. Taking 2 for that. Very well bowled there by Jibo Abdurrahman, trying to see if he can get the outside edge off Godswill's bat. And he's gone straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye. Picked that very late. And all he needed to do was just hit it straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye, who has taken 2 catches already in this game. And FCC has lost their 3rd wicket in 8.4 overs. Again, on the replay, you can see how that ball went. It was perfectly delayed by Jimo Abdurrahman. He thought he could get that early, but straight into the hands of Vincent Adewoye covers, as it's now 44-3. If you like, go. Lovely catch there by the wicketkeeper. Kofara Lukman dived to his right, ensuring that he gets the new man out. That's a lovely piece of bowling there by Jimo Abdurrahman, keeping it on the 4th stump line and forcing Chukwuka to hit that straight to the wicketkeeper. Again on the replay, just look at how that was. Very quick, perfectly well bowled, and good catch there by Kofurullah Lukman. And Foundation Cricket Club are in so much place that they don't want to be. Just look at that. He thought he could angle that away from the wicketkeeper, but rather hit that straight to the wicketkeeper, as it's 45-4. Jim Abdurrahman on an hat-trick. Can he get an hat-trick? Can he get an hat-trick? He has to bowl to Dada Tolu. Last ball. Would he get an hat-trick? Sylvester Okwe in place at slips. Oh, so unlucky. And that's the end of the 9th over. It's 45-4. The 2 wickets that happened earlier on in the over. First, it was Godswill straight into the hand of Vincent Adewoye, and Chukwuka, who just got in, thinking he could hit that away from the wicketkeeper, but as quick as the wicketkeeper Koforal Lukman was, and taking the fourth wicket in the ninth over. Sylvester Okwe, the new man in from the pavilion end. Isaac Okwe still sticking to spin from the pavilion end and pace from the court of appeal end. Knowing truly well that the spinners will be bowling into the wind. So if the batter is thinking of going big, he would have to contend with the wind at this point. On the ground, just taking a single. On the ground towards the leg side, going back for the second. No good piece of fielding there by Jim Abdurrahman, who had to run all the way from deep mid wicket to cut off the batters taking the second. Just on the ground, soft touch towards square leg. Foundation Cricket Club's batters just rotating the strike. That's all they need to do. This time towards Paul Palm chasing that. Can he cut off the second? But they'll take two comfortably. This time fuller, this time slower, this time forcing the batter to come, tempting him to come forward to hit that ball. And Sylvester Okwe has just struck the gain in the fifth ball of the 10th over, as Tolu has lost his wicket and Foundation lost their fifth wicket with just 50 runs on the board. Again on the replay, you could see that he forced him to come forward to hit that ball. Just look at it, a little bit of a delay. Gave himself room, and all Sylvester Okwe could do was, thank you very much for giving me that offer. And we will be going quickly for drinks breaks. And while we are drinks breaks, let's say the partnership of the Foundation Cricket Club. The only meaningful partnership has been between God's Will and Elijah. They had scored 20 of 21 balls. Okpara Samuel and Elijah scored 12 of 13 balls. And David Ankra and God's Will 12 of 19 balls. Every other one has just been trying as much as possible to get it into the figures for themselves. As it's 54-5 in 9.5 overs. Drinks breaks is what we're observing, and I'll be back. We're back for the last bowl of the 10th over. The previous bowl was a wicket. Tolu Dada was the one who lost his wickets, but the new man in is Okwara. That's the new man in who will be hoping that he steadies the ship with his captain, David Ankara, to see if they can just put up probably 120 or a bit slightly higher than 120. End of the 10th over, it is 50 for 5. Jima Abdurrahman back into the attack from the cut of appeal end. First ball, he bowled to David Ankara. David Ankara looking to try and hit that towards back of the point. But he needs to be a bit careful as he has Sylvester Okwe standing right guard there. Though there is a protection for Jima Abdurrahman at deep extra covers. And he's gone bold. He was looking to go big on the leg side, but David Ankara has just lost his wicket and his 6th wicket already for just 50 runs. I don't think FCC can find a way to come back from this. Again on the replay, you can see he was trying to go big, just a bit fuller on the offside. That in-swinger, David Ankara looking to hit that over the top, but he has lost his wicket, and that's one of the longest walk I think I've seen in a long while towards the pavilion, as it's 50 for 6 in just 10.2 overs. The new man in is Ismail. Can he and Okwara, who hasn't scored a run, can both of them see if they can steady the ship for Foundation Cricket Club? Probably just push around rather than think of going big. Just keep rotating the strike because you still have 58 balls to be bowled to. So why are you so much in a hurry trying to go big? Just keep pushing around, rotate the strikes, get above 100, and that gives your team something to work for in the second innings. But GCI has just 4 wickets left to end this innings. A bit shot towards Sylvester Okwe. I think Sylvester Okwe has just been unlucky all through today, except for that drop catch between him and Koforala Lukman. Every other ball that he has faced has been shot towards him. Either he's dropping shot in front of him or he's just not stretching his hands to pick up those catches. A bit on the ground this time. That's all you need to do. Chuku with the ball. They're trying to go for the second, but good piece of fielding there by Chuku, not making sure that they get the second. They just go for the single. Soft hands towards Vincent Adewoye at covers. Now it seems like Vincent is a cover point. Yes, he's currently standing a cover point since he has deep extra cover. So he just decided to stay a cover point to see if he can cut off some of those balls that might be angled towards the point region. Very well bowled. And with that dot ball, we've come to the end of the 11th over. It's 51 for 6. Again, you can see how that wicket was taken in that over. David Ankara looking to hit that over the top, but rather could just hit that straight on into his wicket. And I think Sylvester Okwe will be back into the attack from the pavilion end. Straight up, but to Oduayo Talabi. Soft hands on the ground. Just keep the ball ticking. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything special. Just don't look at the big hits. Just push down the ground. You get those singles going. Oh, good ball in there by Sylvester Okwe, and good piece of forward defensive by Ismail. Goes up, but will be safe. Jima Abdul Rahman is at deep mid-wicket. Just a single taken off that ball. That's all they need to do. Just keep rotating the strikes. Just keep the ball ticking. That's all. You don't need to go for the big shot. That's it. Simple as ABC. Nothing so special, nothing so difficult. Batting made easy. That's what these two batters need to do for Foundation Cricket Club. This time it goes big, but we'll be safe. One is the call. And that single will bring us to the end of the 12th over. It's 55 for 6. Soft hands again. Jim Abdurrahman bowling from the cut of appeal end. I would take that as the catch of the day by Sylvester Okpe. Even though he dropped one earlier in the first 10 overs and two drop shot towards him, but he has redeemed himself. And Sylvester Okpe taking that blinder at backward of point to dismiss Okwara, as Foundation Cricket Club has lost its 7th wicket in just 55 runs in 12.2 overs. Let's see that again on the replay. Was there in the offer and then played with a slanted bat, and Sylvester Okwe diving to his left, ensuring that he held on to that ball, and the 7th wicket taken. Ismail still in, but Foundation Cricket Club are less than 90 runs currently, as it's 12.3 overs, 55 for 7. New man in is Muhammad Ridwanulai. He wouldn't have been open to get in at this point. Just last week, Sunday, Foundation Cricket Club celebrated the 40 years anniversary. I think they're gonna have a discussion, the umpires and the officials, and probably the match referee. Maybe one of the players might not be on the squad. Okay, I think the officials are having a discussion to confirm which player is in and which player is not. And then you see the match referee Tutu Oludari and David Ankra, the captain of the side, with Olumide Akintokun, the umpire for today. They're having wondering who is not on the playing 11 that was actually used. If the producer can actually show us the playing 11 of Foundation Cricket Club, I think there's a bit of a change there. Okay, there we have the playing 11 there. David Ankra, Jimmy Elijah, Muhammad Ridwanalai is actually there. So I'm wondering what the challenge is. Umpire Olumide Akintokun, I think we're still going to get on with the game. Umpire Olumide Akintokun walking up to his colleague. Except they're trying to make us understand that Redwanalai is the 12th man. Okay, we're back into the game. I think it's just been sorted out. And the game has both earlier on. It was a dot ball, and now it's another dot ball. Last ball of the 13th over. Would it be a wicket, or is it just going to be another dot ball? Would it be a boundary? Oh, very well bowled by Jim Abdurrahman. The batters are not looking to take a single for that, and I think Paul Palm is having a bit of fun. That ball going a bit over shimmer, and that's the end of the 13th over as it's 55 for 7. Sylvester Okbe into the attack. First ball to Ismail is a dot ball. Goes big this time. Can that be taking no shot of Jimo Abdurrahman? Decides to just allow that bounce and meet him rather than try to take the effort to taking the catch. Isaac Okwe having a discussion with him, telling him you should have taken that catch. Pushed down towards point, a run out chance. But Paul Palm was a bit slow on that, allowing the batters to take a single. 3 balls already bowled, 3 balls left. Can these two just keep rotating the strike for their side? Now he goes big this time, but a bit safer. Jim Abdurrahman again into the action, but they only take a single. Ismail deciding to take on Sylvester Okbe, and Sylvester just having a bit of a smile and just laughing. Maybe he knows what exactly he's just trying to do. Now this time, Redwan Ulai playing on the forward defensive. Last ball of the over. Up in the air, but that would land safe towards square leg. These batters are trying to see if they can take a second, but they're just okay and comfortable with that single. And with that, it's the end of the 14th over. It's 59 for 7. Richard Ubo back into the attack. Coming to bowl from the cut of appeal end, and the very first ball he bowled after such a long rest is a wide ball. No, the way he would have started, but GCI needs to be wary that government FCC. Good push. Take the first one fast, and it will take 2 comfortable runs. Just like I was saying before the ball was bowled, that GCI needs to understand that the more the board is ticking, the more Foundation Cricket Club has runs to defend in the second innings. So if they think they have a chance of winning this game comfortably, they need to get the batters out. But Foundation Cricket Club 2 batters will be hoping that they get runs on the board. A bit of push, just a single. These two are not in a hurry to hit the boundaries. They're just pushing around, taking it one ball at a time. You know very well that the more you take the singles, the more your runs keep piling up. At the end of the day, these runs might be very costly to Government College in their chase in the second innings. Four balls left to be bowled in this over. Oh, good ball in there. And good piece of batting there by Ismail. Playing that in the block hole. Sharing that there was no possible Yorker attempt by Richard Ubo. He needs to keep his head down. Yes, that was outside the foot stump line, but he needed to keep his head down. He shouldn't get overexcited thinking that he could hit the boundary. Just keep pushing around, keep the ball ticking, and just keep your team in a comfortable state to be able to defend in the second innings, knowing truly well that he's also a bowler, so he's going to be bowling four overs in the second innings. Now this time a bit fuller, but well played by Ismail, digging that out from his toes, just taking a single with that. Oh, good ball in. Oh, poor piece of fielding there by the wicketkeeper. They take the first one. That should be signaled as a bye. The wicketkeeper messed that up off the last ball. That should have been a dot, but rather it became a bye. And with that bye, it's 15 overs gone already as it's 65 for 7. I won't be surprised if the captain, Isaac Okwe, will be pulling himself back into the attack. I just said it way too early, and he has brought himself back into the attack. And he'll be bowling from the pavilion end for the 16th over at 65 for 7. Just a single on the leg side to start the 17th over. Oh, it's a bigger part of the 16th over, actually. Maybe I was just way ahead of my time. Sixteenth over, first ball bowled. Very well played there by Ismail. Get into the line of the ball, putting his body behind the ball and then playing it straight. But he needs to be careful because the more he keeps trying to prove himself, he might just get that costly. So he needs to put his head straight, body behind. Always play on the front foot. Good batting there by Ismail. Interesting to say that these two are from the northern part of Nigeria, Kaduna to be precise. Isaac Okwe, a vastly experienced cricketer from that region, and Ismail just under 19. Decides to go big, but is going to fall short of Paul Palm, who was a point. Another Kaduna-based player. He was looking to go big. I just said it earlier, Ismail needs to take his time. Just keep rotating the strike. Forget the boundaries. Just keep taking the game on. You don't need to lose all your wickets in 20 overs. Keep rotating the strike. Force GCI to play down to the very last ball of the innings. That's it. No is the call because he has a gully in place. Soft hands towards the leg side for just a single to end the 16th over as it's 67 for 7. Change of bowling from GCI. Becky Kende is the new bowler from the Cut of Appeal end. Starting off with a dot ball. Bowling to Ismail, who's also a quick bowler for Foundation Cricket Club. Who's gone high, way above Isaac Okwe's head. Can that race to the boundary? I think it is. That's 4 signal there by the umpire, Olumide Akitoku. Isaac Okwe did not judge the line of the ball very early. Just look at how he picked that. It's perfectly timed. Isaac Okwe thought he could jump and take that, but rather, all he did was go pick up the ball at the boundary. 4 runs there by Ismail. Good pace of fielding and good running in between the wicket by the two batters. Gain on the replay. Let's see that quick single. Straight on the ground. They decides to take on Isaac Okwe. That was very, very close, but good umpiring there by Olumide Akintoko. Soft hands towards Sylvester at point. Very agile Sylvester Okpe, ensuring that these two batters do not take him on when he took his brother on earlier. Soft hands towards the leg side. And just a single for that. After 17 overs bowled, it's a 74 for 7. Foundation Cricket Club are really hoping on these two batters to just see them through the 100 mark. And there you see the batting scorecard. The only person who has scored a significant figure is Jimmy Elijah with 23 of 17 balls, and closely followed by Ismail Abdullahi, who is currently in with 13 of 20 balls. And then the third person is Godswill Effiong, who scored 10 of 19 balls. Every other person has been within the single digits. So this is going to be a big test for them as Isaac Okwe comes back into the attack from the pavilion end to bowl the 18th over. Good batting there by Ismail. As Ikokwe will be looking to break this partnership that has been building over time. That definitely is going to be a wide ball. Wide ball is signaled there by the umpire Ramona Delaku. Dot ball again on the legs, on the offside. These two are holding their nerves. FCC will be happy at this point. At least they were not all bowled out on the 50. This two has done extremely well in terms of partnership. And there you can see the partnership there. Redwan Ulai and Ismail, 21 off 29 balls. Putting up a good total for their side. Oh, good bowling. Piece of batting there by the batter. Just hitting it outside the wicketkeeper. Ah, good bowling. Isaac Okbe is looking frustrated. He has tried everything humanly possible in the textbook of bowling. Bowl the slower bowl, bowl the fuller bowl, bowl the alvoli bowl. Maybe it's just left for him to bowl the yoker length bowl. But Ismail is taking guard, keeping the night watch, ensuring that his watch never ends. You're using the slogan from the series Game of Thrones. 2 balls left in this over. Another soft hands. Azikokwe decided not to do anything stressful this time. Just bowl it wicket to wicket. And just get the dot balls. 7-7 for 7. 17.5 overs bowled. Last ball of the 18th over. Another soft hand. They're thinking to take on Paul Palm. They do. And they'll take a single, which is Mayo facing the next over, as it will be 78 for 7 after 18 overs. Last 12 balls to be bowled in this innings. Not out, called there by the umpire with the new bowler Vincent Adewoye into the attack from the cut of appeal end. Again, soft hands, played straight. He knew was taking on Jim Abdurrahman, but umpire Lumide Akintoku wasn't flinched about that call. And he just nodded his head, saying, not out. This time a bit slower, decides to have the use of the fingers, kept it slow. I must commend these two batters, that is both Redwanulai Mohammed and Ismail, ensuring that they do not lose their wickets. They have steadied the ship, ensuring that their side see this through to the very last couple of overs. Take the first one first. It's just one run they've taken, with Ali Raymond not being able to get his balance. Foundation Cricket Club will be happy with these two batters. They've held their nerves. 9 balls left to be bowled. Oh, good bowling there by Vincent Adewoye, bowling it into the block hole. Good slower ball again by Vincent Adewoye. They've done everything possible in the bowling textbook for Ismail, ball it slower, ball it fuller. But there's nothing they can do. That man has stood his ground. He has kept his watch. So also has been Muhammad Ridwanulai. They've both taken their stand in the middle, ensuring that they don't get to lose their wicket. Taking the first one fast, and they take the second one. Run out is the call, not out it is, and that's the end of the 19th over, ladies and gentlemen. 82 for 7. Muhammad Ridwanulai taking on the arms of Elochukwu, who has been very quiet in this game after he has bowled his completed overs. Isaac Okwe bowling the last 6 balls of the overs of this innings. First ball was a single there by Muhammad Ridwanulai. Now Ismail on strike to Isaac Okwe. A bit slower this time, just full outside the edge of the bat. You can see Isaac Okwe having a discussion with Ridwanulai. What else would I do to you, man? Just keep bowling, and Ridwanulai telling him, just keep bowling your good balls and see if I won't get you over the ropes. How's that is the call, and yet finally that partnership has been broken. Ismail has lost his wicket. Ismail is still in with it. Muhammad losing his wicket. That was full on the leg side, and the figures goes up as it's 84 for 8. Muhammad Ridwanulai has lost his wicket after having such a very good partnership with Ismail Ridwanulai. Just look at that partnership between both of them. 29 or 42 balls. They held their nerves, ensuring that they do not get a wicket. And if you see how it pans out with the bowling scorecard, just to see how when the wicket fell, after 50 runs, after 55 runs, you can see both of them held their nerves, ensured that they put on a very good partnership to ensure that their side at least crossed that 50 mark. And with just 3 balls left, the new man in is Owojaye. That's the new man in for Foundation Cricket Club. With just 3 balls to spare before we call it an innings. It's time for take the first one. Will they go for the boundary? No. Becky was so lucky. They're taking the third. I can't believe the Government College fielders allowed the batters to take 3 runs. For just the man who just came in, he's going to be happy that he has 3 runs to his credit. At least he contributed something for his team. 2 balls left to call it an innings. Drags it on the ground towards long on. They take the first one fast, and they're looking to take the second, but no is the call. So we just have 1 ball left. Would he be able to just push his team towards the 90 and force GCI to go 91 to chase down the second innings? Drags on the ground towards fine leg. And with that single, we've come to the end of the first innings as it's 89 for 8 after the allocated 20 overs. And the first innings has been electrifying. There you see the batting scorecard. The only man with a significant score has been Elijah Jimmy with 23 of 17 balls, followed closely by Ismail, who was not out with 20 of 30 balls. Ridwan Olai, 10 of 18 balls. So also was Godswill F. Young, 10 of 18 balls. And every other person only could muster up single digits to push their team to 89. And you see the bowling scorecard. The only man with 4 wickets is Jimo Abdurrahman. He has done extremely well for his side. Closely followed with Isaac Okwe with 2 wickets. And Richard Ubo and Sylvester Okwe both shared 1 wicket apiece. And quickly before we take the break, the match summary. The only person that has much recognition in terms of batting is Elijah Jimmy Saturday with 23 of 17 balls and Jimo Abdurrahman 4 of 6 balls. I'll be back for the second innings as GCI would be requiring 90 runs in 120 balls. Do not go anywhere, for it is the Club Cricket Committee CCC League, proudly sponsored by Sterling Bank, Tata International, Tech Point Sego Foundation, and others. I'll be back for the second innings.
TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.
All right, welcome back to the second innings of today's game. And there you have it. Foundation Cricket Club, after 20 overs, only lost 8 wickets and put up 89 runs on the board in just 20 overs, with Elijah Saturday Jimmy putting up a total of 23 runs off 17 balls, with Ismail Abdullahi 20 of 30, and Godswill Ifyong with 10 off 18 balls, and followed by Jima Abdurrahman with the bowling statistics for Government College with 4 wickets off in 4 overs, conceding just 6 runs, with Isaac Okwe with 2 wickets, 14 runs in 4 overs, and Richard Ubo 1 wicket, 25 runs in 4 overs. That looks like the tall order for Foundation Cricket Club in terms of defending. But one thing we've noticed with the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval is that even if you score 77 or 80, it is something you can still defend. Ismail will be the one opening the bowling for Foundation Cricket Club, with Raymond Ali and Paul Palm opening the batting campaign for Government College, because they have just 90 runs to score in 120 balls. The current run rates would be at 0.0, but they will be requiring 4.50, technically 4 runs per over, or if you're going to be on the safer side, 5 runs per over if they're going to be scoring this easily. But they'll be looking to finish this probably under 10 overs. So if they're going to be doing 10 overs, that means they have to do 9 runs per over. But that would be very foolish of them to do that, because it's not going to be making sense if they'll be losing wickets upon wickets. And at the point, FCC will be hoping that these 2 batters do not even get to survive the first over. Rather, they will be thinking that these 2, that will be GCI will be thinking that these 2 try as much as possible to stay there to the very end. I'll see them through with a 10 runs victory in this game. First ball by Ismail to Ramon Ali. The second innings begin. First ball is a wide ball on the leg side. Not the way he would have wanted to start. But the umpire signaling a wide ball, I think he's having the communications with the scorers. Good start there by pushed towards the leg side. Can they take the first one? Interesting to say that no square leg in place. Rather, you're having a deep fine leg. For a man who's coming right across the line of the ball, just having a mid-wicket, you're given a much bigger room for the batters to hit more on the leg side. Trying to see the fielders on the back of the ropes. It's just third man and fine leg. What is Ankara thinking? I think he's probably telling the bowler to bowl it a bit fuller, trying to go towards the leg side and ensure that the batter doesn't have enough room to try and hit that. Good piece of bowling, good running in between the wickets. Ankara looking to go thick on that. Joining me in the commentary box, ladies and gentlemen, is Endurance FM. Endurance, you've been on the sideline watching the game from the first innings. Good morning, and how are you?
Good afternoon, Abby. Good afternoon to our viewers. It's been an interesting game here. GCI holding their nerves and in a much-needed encounter, wanting victory. By all means, they would have it. It looks 87 required from 107 balls. Can Foundation Cricket Club play the spoilers here? FGC Warri Rising Star would be hoping. It's a big weekend. No ball is issued out there by umpire Ramon Adelakun. No ball it is, perhaps overstepping. You see that in the replay again. Decent, beautiful line, but that front foot clearly, the umpire's confidence as to what had happened there. It's Ramon Ali and Paul Palm 4 for no loss, still in the first over. And it's Ismaila who's bowling from the pavilion end of the TBS Cricket Oval. If you are just joining us, and this is the last weekend of the CCC 2025-2026 season, ably sponsored by Sterling Bank, Tata, Sego Family Foundation, and Tech Point. It's been a glorious, long week, and this is the 17th of it. Fuller, he goes big this time, over the top. Yes, he gets what is needed. It's what class arts. This is why they are tops of the league. That young man, Ramon Ali, brilliant shot. Just arrived back from Oyo yesterday, playing for the Lagos State Under-19 team in the EMR West Southwest tournament. And that's the replay again. Just over pitch that one, and he won't stay. Cleans up that front foot to get the maximum. Brilliant shot by him, Ramon Ali. He's been very consistent, grown through the ranks here. And this might be his best of seasons. I hope he can keep this form, getting to the top. At times looks easy, but staying there becomes really difficult. But it's shown as a fine cricketer. And clearly made his debut last year in December in the West African T20. Got a couple of runs. That one would go for a wide, and they'll run. Yeah. He wants a second. No is a call. Popam not interested. Clearly, the total not looking good enough. Current run rate is 18. Required just 4 and over. And score moves to 12 from 4 deliveries.
Definitely, you're right, Endurance, and that's a good analysis there for Ali. He's one man that everybody has won. Interesting to say that most people don't know the equipment he's currently using was actually donated to him by one of the, we call him friend of cricket, Ungozi. He gave him all this, and the very first time he used that equipment, he scored a century for GCI.
I think the format this season has been quite interesting. Introduction of 40 over format. A bit of tweak in the Division 1 tournament, 2 groups of 7 each. Government College Ughelli qualifying and gaining promotion back to the Premier Division next season. But for this season, plenty of to play for between today and tomorrow. GCI right on top of the Super 6 standing. Rising Star asking a foolish delivery, brilliant line. Paul Palm will dot that one. And that brings us to the end of the first over. It is 12 for no loss, needing 78 of 114 deliveries. We're talking about how important this weekend is for GCI. If they take this win, they inch closer. They have to win tomorrow morning to become league champions for the 2025-26. Unfortunately, Foundation couldn't hold up their decent run in the preliminary rounds onto the Super 6. They came on beating through, but couldn't get through. But they've got youth on the side, recently completing or celebrating the 40th anniversary. We must give it to the club that have been around from the inception of this league and carefully crafted and remain in the league for the past 38 years. I think that's what this game is all about, consistency. And today, dominance is GCI having a fair share of Foundation Cricket Club. But this rivalry has come a long way. Rivalry between GCI, Foundation, Ibejuleki, GCI, FCC, Ibejuleki. And we used to have Cosmopolitan, but history is the case. Now today is a reckoning day for GCI. They're inch closer. And if you're just joining us, it's the last weekend of a brilliant line straight up. And we'll start that one. Again, Ramon Ali gets off strike with a single. That man seemed to be the most informed young batter. And really showed consistency, played plenty of cricket.
Muhammad Redwanulai is the bowler bowling from the Court of Appeal end. He and Ismail held their nerves for Foundation Cricket Club, so they'll be looking to do extremely well with the ball. ensuring that this two-batter does not get comfortable in the crease. Good back foot there by Paul Palm.
Brilliant shot. What a response to that delivery. That's what class act is about. And Paul Palm joins in the boundary chase now. Again in the replay. Just that one. Pitch slightly short. And he takes the benefits of that one through deep mid wicket for a much needed boundary. A brilliant line this time. Decent line, just pushing it up a bit. Paul Palm, we have to find a way. Not before now, he's faced 5 deliveries and just score a single. Usually when you find yourself in this state, it's just to move things around a bit. Brilliant dead bat. Brilliant running between the wicket. Seems to be gelling. 17 already from that 9 deliveries. I beg your pardon, 18 from 10 deliveries. Current run rate really soaring high at 10.8 and over. All they require is just 3 and over. Squeezing that one out, but fielder in the deep, we just ensure it's a single. Ramonali running between wickets. It was in IBADAN yesterday with the Lagos State Under-19 team. And that brings us to the end of the second over. The score is 19 for no loss. Needed now, it's 71 off 108 balls.
Mohammad Redwan will lie back into the attack from the pavilion end. These two will be looking to break the partnership that both these two batters, that's Paul Palm and Ramon Ali, are both having in the center. Edges that towards point where you have the captain David Ankara waiting patiently. Good forward defensive, but they will take on the arms of the fielder. Take on the arms of Okwara. God's will. The two are looking to quickly get this game done and dusted with the way they are batting, but they need to bear in mind they don't have to lose their wickets, because if they do lose their wickets, it versus the likes of Sylvester Okwe and Isaac Okwe to come in to bat. But if we're looking at the dugout of Government College, not most of them will be padded up. But Sylvester Okwe is definitely padded up because he should be coming in number 3. A quick one in between, good running in between the wicket. They still are taking the runs to the field inside. You know, there's a lot of runs right there in front of them. But the bowler isn't doing it bad himself. He's bowling it into the right channels. It's just that he's not getting that swing he needs, just to see if he can get these two batters guessing. On the ground, played straight. It's not just finding that space anymore. Ramon Ali looking to go big, but the dugout is shouting, keep your head. Don't try doing anything silly. Just keep your head, Ramon Ali. You can get this run done and dusted with. Later on, we'll be seeing Foundation Cricket Club take on Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club. That game is also important to Foundation Cricket Club. Oh, very well bowled there by Ismail. Pulling it short of a good length, but making it swing out, reducing the pace of the ball. Just look at that. He felt he had an opportunity of getting the wicket. Ramadani didn't judge the line of the ball well, but that was a reduced, cut-paced ball by Ismail. Last ball of the third over. Oh, good turn in by Ismail. What a way to bowl that outswing. And it's the end of the third over, as it's 21 for the loss of no wicket. Ismail and Ridwan Ulai are the two bowlers. Will David Ankara look to change the bowling from the cut of appeal end, or would he still be going with Ridwan Ulai at the end? As GCI are currently 21 after 3 overs. Captain of FCC still stuck to spin. Ridwan Ulai with the ball straight to the captain himself, David Ankara, a point. Good use of the hand, but Ridwan Ulai was, Ismail, I beg your pardon, is there to help him out. Standing at goalie. Oh, good ball in there by Ridwan Ulai. Good comeback from the young lad. Ensuring that he still gets those balls. And ensuring that no run is still considered. Oh, good for defensive again by Paul Palm. Good bowling again by Ridwan Ulai. Paul Palm looking to go big, but not happy with himself. He mistimed he misjudged the ball and mistimed it. He thought he could go big. Ridwan Ulai now having a border patrol. Now he's having long off after that attempted lofted drive by Paul Palm. And I think he's been bowled. Yes, he has been bowled. Paul Palm looked surprised himself, just as I was. I thought it was actually stumping, but I think he was being bowled. Let's see that again on the replay. Again on the replay, that beats the bat. He didn't expect that turn. You can see even Ali was saying that ball turned perfectly well. What a piece of bowling there by Ridwan Ulai. Ismail bowling his third over from the pavilion end. No ball again. After 5 overs, it's 30 for 1 with Raymond Ali looking to hit those boundaries. The previous ball, before that dot ball, was hit straight down towards the boundary. Let's see that again. He waited for that line of the ball. He knew exactly where the ball was going to be pitched. And the moment the ball pitched there, he just gave himself that room. And all they could do, that's Foundations Cricket Club fielders could do, was to go fetch the ball at the boundary, as Muhammad Ridwanullah will be bowling the last over of the power play, as GCI requires 60 runs in 90 balls. Talabi Oduayo gets on the mark with that lovely on drive. Just a single. It's gone up again, and that would race to the boundary for 4. Ramon Ali, back-to-back balls boundary from himself. The man looks to get this game done and dusted early enough. Just look at him standing on the leg stump. Triggered out. Knew he was going to bowl it short of a good length. Rather, he turned it into a full ball for himself. And that is another boundary for Ramon Ali, as he's taking his team now to 35 in 5.2 overs. Good comeback there by Ridwanulai Muhammad. Another dot ball after the boundary. Ali, a beauty to watch when he's holding the bat. Ducks that out. You could see at the turn and the spin of the ball, even the fielder himself, that's the bowler, had to turn the ball. Oh, so lucky. Went in between his legs. And they just take 2 runs, good running in between the care by the 2 fielder batters.
The end of the 6th over. The end of the power play overs, 37 for the loss of 1 wicket. Ramon Ali 24 of 22. Talabi 1 of 1 delivery. Batting scorecard for you. It's that partnership early on between Ramon Ali and Paul Palm. 24 of 22 and 7 of 15 respectively. Talabi Odunayo Alex is just joining the fray. Strike rate on 109 for Ramon Ali. Yet to bat Isaac Okwe, the captain Vincent Adewoye. That's a packed middle order with Okwe Sylvester, Jimo Abdul Rahman. I'll say this is the best paraded side this season. Real quality, but we've seen real balance amongst all the teams.
Interesting to say, Endurance Foundation Cricket Club earlier in the league were one of the most balanced batting side, with David Ankra leading the pack in that middle order. But it's only the technical team that of the Foundation Cricket Club can actually explain what happened to them in the second half of the league. That's the Super 6. We keep saying it, and even in the commentary box, the Super 6 is very crucial. Do not push out all your Arsenals in the first half of the league.
Well, if I wasn't an Arsenal fan, I would have liked an FCC to be Arsenal. But I know that is not what it is. Inexperience perhaps led to the collapse in the second stage of the league, but that's how important the league is. You need to stay consistent. Trust me, they played brilliant and attacking cricket in the first half. I'm sure they've learned from that and know they have to coordinate the approach and see how they can balance things up. But when it matters most, you have to win games, and that's what this league is all about. It's becoming very competitive. Interesting to see the amount of cricketers being turned out here.
Cotswill is the new bowler from the pavilion end. He'll be looking to see how he can break this partnership, most especially ensuring that he has a new man in now. Just bear in mind the power play is over, so you have 5 fielders outside the 30th circle for protection of the boundaries. In between the legs, will that race to the boundary? They take the first one fast. They're looking to take the second one. And they get an easy juggle for that. Also interesting to let you know that if Government College wins the last 2 matches, we will be having a change of champions in the last 3 seasons. 2 seasons ago, it was Island Titans. Last season, it was Rising Star. This season, will it be Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club?
Too early to call, but in a couple of hours we'll find out. Starting with a wide, God's will. God's will starts again with another dot. After that wide, 59 required from 82. 40 for 1 from 6.2. I think we've seen a lot of showmanship here by Ramon Ali, being consistent here. All this time, inside edge, and no. Brilliant stuff.
Oduayo Talabi has to give Ramon Ali the strike. He can't just be wasting the ball because this man is so much in form and he will be looking to probably get his 50.
A brilliant shot this time through mid-wicket. He wants a second no. Ramon Ali just thought it's okay there for that single. Made a light work of this one. GCI 90 runs required to win. 49 at the moment. Into the 7th over. Clear dominance here by this young man Ramon Ali with the bat. Oh, what a beauty. Yes, it is. What a beauty. Didn't expect that one. On the seam, leaving Ramon Ali. Indecision, caught in between 2 minds. And what a ball. Again on the replay. It's God's will. That shot of a good length. Delivery just there. And that outside edge. Ramon disappointed in himself. It's caught in between those ones.
Cut in between those ones, just like Endurance said. That was a lovely piece of bowling there by God's will. Keeping the ball on the foot stump line again on the replay. You can see how dominant he was with that ball. Kept it lying there just to look at that outside edge. There was nothing he could do about that. Even the wicketkeeper had steadied his hands, saw that straight into his gloves. And GCI haven't lost the 2nd wicket and now 41 for 2 in 6.5 overs. Like I said earlier, Okwe Sylvester was already padded up and he's coming as number 4. Now the middle order of the Government College Ibadan are now in. The 2 opening batters, Paul Palmer and Ramon Ali, are both out. But now you have Okwe Sylvester and Talabi Oduayo in. Sylvester goes down the line. And that would race to the boundary for 4. What a good start there by Sylvester Okwe.
We talked about how informed Sylvester has been. And clearly that replay tells you on that leg stump line, never do that to a man who's in form. He's been very consistent with the bats. And I've shown clearly how far he's willing to take his innings. That's the man we're talking about. 10 innings, 359 runs with a high score of 69. Interestingly, the strike rate there, 155, 650s. And that's how classy he has been this season. He showed real consistency. David Ankra, that man from Foundation Cricket Club, 316 and 250s there. And that's how consistent Okwe has been. No gainsaying. That man clearly dominated with the bats.
Interesting to see endurance. This is the highest 50s he has played in one season. Last season he had just two. 2 seasons before he had 3. This season he has had 6. I was privileged to have a discussion with him. He said it was during the ILT 20 tournaments they went for that he discovered that he needed to change his batting stance. At the moment he goes down to score, he has the opportunity to hit those balls and see them clearly once those balls are coming towards him.
I can't agree less. AB, a lot of us in our international careers at some point change our batting stance, and as you go into, the older you get, the more experience you become, you adjust the game, you adjust to suit the momentum of the game, and that's how beautiful we've seen Sylvester Okwe. We must give him his flowers. He's deserved it. He's deserving of it. He's played brilliantly. He's gotten GCI out of trouble several times this season, and the stats there don't lie.
Okwara is the man bowling from the Court of Appeal end. I'm still trying to wonder what's going on. Now there's a discussion in between the two umpires. What's really going on? We've had a lot of drama earlier on. It was team list. Now, what would he be? But nonetheless, the endurance, just like we said, Sylvester Okwe has done extremely well. But let's talk about the bowling also in this league. Now, in terms of bowling, look at this man, top in the league, Tamesh.
I'll tell you what, the experience, the consistency, Tamesh, he's been consistent the past 3 seasons, 11 wickets, 11 innings, 28 wickets. See the gap between him and Dan Larry Isaac, and that's to show you how consistent they can be. 6.4 economy rate.
And I think we're back. I think there's a reverse call. The umpire was trying, I think he was signaling a no ball, and the umpire has reverted the call. So it's definitely going to be ruled as a dot ball. So we're back into the game. Just soft hands towards Gully with David Ankra there, but good running in between the wickets by the two batters, ensuring that Sylvester gets the strike. This man putting on jersey number 12 has never been under any pressure. He ensures that he gets it done and dusted, ensuring that everything works out fine for him. So it's going to be good to see that not just only Ramon Ali who is informed, also not just David Ankra who's informed, but top and the top of the batting order is Sylvester Okwe. As GCI needs 44 runs in 75 balls, 7.3 overs gone. 8 overs gone, 51 for 2, 39 needed in 72 balls. Talabi is the batter facing Okwara. On the leg side, that would definitely race to the boundary for 4. Okwara has been bowling towards the leg side, not just to Sylvester, but also to Talabi.
Disappointing there for Goswell, not been consistent. If he could just stay on that line that of the delivery that got Ramon Ali, perhaps it would have some more positive results. Oh, brilliant shot this time. Just guiding it through that backward of point region. And third man coming around just to make sure it's a single. We're into the 9th over, 2 wickets lost and runs there 53. Current run rate seated at 6 goals. Okpara. This time he's going to be bowling to Talabi. However, it's 39 required. GCI done the hard yards. Almost there, you can say. A brilliant shot, that gap there. Captain need to think about this one. What a beauty that's where you want to be if you're the bowler. If he can be consistent on that line, guaranteed would be wickets. Brilliant shot, brilliant. This is a class act. This is a man who's in form. He continues the form, singing the sound of Willow on the bat. I'll tell you what, watch again the replay. This time short pitch but keeping low. And he stands there and tells you, get off my pads. This is what you see. It's good to see how he's come back after 3 weeks breaks. It means he's working really hard. The man is hungry for success. Oh, decent line. This time dead bat. He wants a single. No is the call by Talabi. And that brings us to the end of the 9th over. Score is on 62 for 2. Clearly. So fielding for you. It's Ozana Omokobio. With 11 dismissal, followed by Chimezie Unzulike. In Bat Park, Richard, Vincent Adewoye, Ikbole Victor, Elijah Saturday, Jamie.
Okwara will be returning back from the cut of appeal lane with just 28 runs needed in 66 balls. Interesting to say that they will be looking to finish up this game probably before the 15th over. They just need a victory. That's basically what they need. GCI will be hoping to finish this on time so that they can get that much needed break before tomorrow's crucial game. Gutswell with a dot ball. Oh, what a ball. What a ball, Andy. What a ball.
If they can just be consistent, unfortunately, it might look too late, but if they've just been consistent, top of up stump, an attacking field on the offside, squeeze things in a bit, 2-3 quick wickets would have been a story to follow. But unfortunately, and that man, 14 of 9 deliveries today, is leading the run chart. And it will not go yet without fighting. Brilliant shot, straight to the fielder. What a catch. What a catch. It's the skipper himself at point. And this is a class act. And this is what you see. It is Talabi who departs for 10 from 11 deliveries.
Talabi so unfortunate. He thought he could have the such elevation, and you can see him taking that walk to the duck out. He thought he had enough room to hit that ball, but rather could find the captain, David Ankra, who was standing right at point. And GCI has lost their third wicket in just 9.3 overs, as it's now 62 for 3.
At TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet lease lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connect.
Welcome back. That wicket brought about that innings break, but it's 62 for 3 at the moment. We're still in the 10th over, and it's Okora to Vincent Adeoye. Goes big first up, no contact there. And GCI needing 28 runs from 62 balls. On the mark, this time is Vincent Adewoye. Bringing that man, Isaac Sylvester Okpe on strike. It's currently sitting on 200 strike rate, 14 of 7 deliveries. Oh, brilliant shot this time through the covers, but one in the deep and one chasing. He's the skipper of Foundation Cricket Club. The single from there. Mm, 26 needed of 60 balls. It's Government College Ibadan Cricket Club that have dominated proceedings here today. Wide delivery, perhaps that went through the mark. Umpire still not giving that one. Yeah, he said it's a bye. Man at the middle, that one went really wide. A brilliant cricket. Yeah, this from Vincent Adewoye, just rotating strike. A smart thing to do. He knows what to do. Bring on the informed man on strike every time you get the opportunity. Wide delivery. This from a signal by umpire Ramon Adeleko. 21 from 56 balls required. Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club still coming close to inching on this one. And that's the end of the 11th over. 70 for 3. 20 odd runs required from 54 deliveries. How soon can Isaac Okpe's team run through this?
Quickly, the bowling scorecard. Ismail led on the pack with just 4 overs bowled, and he has considered 28 runs with no wicket. But Mohammad Redwanullah, Godswill Effiong, and Okwara Nelson both have 1 wicket each, and 14 runs, 19 runs, 8 runs apiece. Well, the best economy rate still goes with Redwanullah with 4.67 economy rate in just 4 overs. But GCI have a very good upper hand at this point in time. They know they can finish this game up so early in the day, so they can rest. Ismail back into the attack. Goes big. What that go all the way? Got piece of fielding, but that was quite sloppy. I just gave him his flowers, but at the end he allowed that ball to go to the boundary for 4. Not the way he would have hoped for. But Sylvester Okpe will be glad he did that for him. And again, on the replay, you can see that again. Triggered in, played it quite well. The fielder had control over the ball, but just that final touch was just not there for him. And that ball went to the boundary for 4. Now they are gradually closing up the gap. Good ball in there by East. By Okwara. Next ball is a dot ball. He goes big, he goes high. And that looks like a maximum.
Yes, it is. Looking to finish things off quickly here. Interesting to see how Sylvester Okpe has taken this game to himself. And that delivery again, over pitch delivery, stand and deliver. That Sylvester Okpe just frees up that front foot to make sure he gets the maximum. This is shared dominance, you call it. 27 of 15 deliveries and 10 from 51 balls. It's GCI who are inching closer to a big title race after long waits for them. They've been key contenders last season. They lost narrowly. Plenty of games washed off last season. But this season, they've shown dominance, and it's 10 runs required from 51 against Foundation Cricket Club. He wants a second with a run it, no is a call. Vincent Adeweye shout, big shout there. Sylvester, I wonder what the plan is. Rushing things up. And that one rushed into him, didn't really get hold of it. The 81 for 3 at the moment. 11.4 overs bowled. And it's 9 from 50 balls.
Now they are in the single digit. Will Vincent Adeweye and Sylvester be able to finish it up in the next couple of overs? Vincent decides to go drive that on the ground for just a single.
Brilliant show there. Just making sure the strike is rotated. Interesting cricket here. Sylvester Okpe hugging the strike on this one. It's end of the 12th over, 83. This one fixtures in front of you is a Bejuleki versus Federal Government College Old Student Association Cricket Club. And tomorrow it will be Rising Star versus GCI. That game might determine how well and how quick GCI have closed on the league. And Rising Star would need to win that game convincingly to have a chance to win the league. And after that, we would see Island Titans, who are the winners of the 40 overs league, lock arms with Foundation Cricket Club, who did really well in the preliminary rounds of this league. And I'll tell you what, it's been 5 months of intense cricket, and players really having the opportunity to showcase their class.
Muhammad Ridwan Lai into the attack. With just 7 runs needed in 48 balls. Who better to be on strike to win this game, if not the informed batter for Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club, Sylvester Okpe. But he needs to be careful because he is playing against the wind at this point in time. So he needs to calculate the ball. But if he goes for a maximum now, he just takes his team one step into victory.
Swing and misses straight away. This time, bit of weight by the bowler. You just have to be a bit consistent there. Sylvester Okpe will have to make a work of this one. He's shaped up, finds our gap. This one seems to be racing away. Is it a chase is on? Yes. Another boundary for Sylvester Okpe. His score moves on to 33 of 19 deliveries. And it's 86 from 12.2. 4 runs required now. Certainly, this will be the last over. Look at that again. He just rocks and waited for it. And clearly, GCI has enjoyed this one. 3 runs required from 46 balls. He goes big, and that's how you finish things. That's a class out, a bounce 4. It's Sylvester Okpe who moves on to 37 of 20 deliveries. And it's GCI who has the day. Shake hands. And that's what the spirit of the game is all about. But this is clearly an act of dominance and supremacy this season by Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Yeah, the umpires there, Olumide Akintokun and Ramon Adelakun. Government College happy with 7 wickets victory. And that delivery again, just over pitch. Again, he clears up that front foot. And that was a straight one over the umpire and the bowler. And the batting scorecard for you, Ramon Ali 24 of 23. And then Talabi Odunayo 10 of 14. It's Sylvester Okpe who finished in 37 of 20. That man, we talked about how in form he's been. Again, he's had 6 boundaries, 4 of them. 5 of them were 4s and 1 6. With a strike rate of 185. This man, at the moment, can play anywhere in the continent. He's shown the class out, and this is what is made of. 91 for 3. Just 9 extras from that one in 12.3 overs. That's the bowling scorecard for you. And 3 wickets apiece. Mohamed Ridwalai, Godswill, Effiong, and Okara Nelson. 1 wicket each. With a common rate of 6.5. The summary for you, it's Saturday Elijah. 23 wasn't good enough of 17. Ismail Abdullahi, 20 of 30. Godswill Effiong, 10 of 19. Bowling figures there, Jimo Abdurrahman, 4 for 6 of 4 overs. Isaac Okpe, 2 for 14. And Richard Ubo, 1 for 25 from his 4 overs. The man who dominated things here for Government College, Sylvester Okpe, 37 of 20. Ramon Ali, 24 of 23. Talabi Odwayo, 10 of 14. The bowling figures there, just the one each for the 3 bowlers, Mohamed, Godwin, and Okwara. For 22, 19, and 21 respectively. It's Government College who have won by 7 wickets to keep the title race alive. Tomorrow, it's a big one for them. And hopefully, Rising Stars can make a statement in that first game on the 19th here at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. Once again, that's how things have panned out in this first game. Stay tuned. It will be Ibejuleki versus Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association Cricket Club. 2 p.m. is start time.
TechPoint Global Solutions, we deliver enterprise-grade connectivity across Nigeria. Our dedicated internet leased lines provide fast, secure, and reliable connectivity businesses can trust. With our smart IT managed solutions, we protect and optimize your infrastructure, so you can stay focused on growth. As an authorized Starlink partner, we extend high-speed internet to businesses anywhere in Nigeria. In 2025, our impact was recognized with the ISP Game Changer of the Year and Telecom Excellence Awards. Are you looking for reliable internet? TechPoint is your trusted connectivity partner. Get connected today.